Every year, STV, along with other snowmobile media, gets invited to a sneak peek to sample the next year's new sleds. A few bells and whistles and some technical advances are generally what fills the agenda. But this year, the award for most unique unveiling went to the crew at Ski-Doo.
It was really a lot of fun to watch the media as we removed the weights from the vehicle, and it kept getting lighter and lighter. And it was going to numbers that they just didn't think were probably possible. And to get those kinds of numbers, we obviously had to look at a whole new redesign to do it. But the media was just, the comments coming out of them, when we finally took the last weight out, we said, this is what the vehicle's going to weigh. They were astounded. And then to top it off, when we introduced the TNT model to them, I think it really dropped a lot of jaws. I heard comments all around the room like, you've got to be kidding me. We couldn't possibly do this, and we did. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from the media's reaction so far. I hope that they would like the snowmobile. I had been on it before, but obviously I'm a part of the process at Bombardier, so it's good to see the reinforcement from independent people who get a chance to ride everybody's products. They know snowmobiles, they know how people ride snowmobiles, they know what's good, they know what's not good. So to see the reactions that we're getting from these guys is really encouraging.
If weight loss is your ambition, the engineers at Ski-Doo seem to have found a diet that works.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We see the warnings and hear about the inherent dangers that come from avalanche areas when the snow conditions increase the possibility of slides. And sadly, we hear the news of an avalanche tragedy, and it sends a chill through anyone who rides in the mountains. What this story is a hard slice of reality, and we warn all viewers it is very emotional and could be disturbing to some. Two friends share their horrible experience of what happened when they lost another riding buddy to an avalanche in the BC backcountry. Their hope in sharing this is that all riders truly avoid the danger areas and respect the realities that it could happen to them.
I'm trying to get my unit unstuck, and my other friend's gonna come up here behind me. I'm like, no, I'm stuck here on top. He'll jump up and you'll make it land on me. So he tries over to the right a little bit, starts going up, and I'm still digging up. And then he tries at his second attempt. He's right near the top of the ridge, and just out of the corner of my eye, the whole mountainside lets loose. Just couldn't believe it. It was at least a meter and a half deep and 50 feet over from my mark up and 600 feet wide, and it just all starts coming down. He didn't realize how fast it was coming or how wide it came. I think he might have been looking at Bruce and looking for him, because I just see him putting along. He was 20 feet from the edge of it, and he just looked up, and it just came down, overtook him, and he just disappeared instantly. And just the feeling you get from that was just, nothing to describe.
Digging down to him or probing him was a feeling that I can't explain to you. You're poking all around, 12 feet down with your probe, and then you're going in on angles, and then you hit and you feel that softness. It's you think you can just start shoveling. Well, when you're up at around 6,000 feet and you're trying to breathe, I couldn't shovel anymore. One scoop out, half a scoop in, and your hands are cold, and you're trying to get to the guy, and it's a pretty horrifying experience. Worst experience ever is looking at his face in the snow and the color of him, and the worst experience is, strapped him on the snowmobile. We all grouped together as a group and knew that this is what we were best to do. We weren't going to get search and rescue in there. It was remote, and the inversion layer of cloud, or the lower layer of cloud, was lifting. You weren't going to get a helicopter there, and we were hours away from getting back towards town to even start getting a crew together. And we just decided we didn't want to leave them on the mountain and go back to town. That was a long trip.
While this story is personal and tragic, we feel it is an important one that we share with you. This was a group of experienced riders who all had the safety gear and all knew what the dangers were when riding in the mountains. Our condolences go out to Dave Brusso's family and friends.
Some of the biggest frustrations in grooming is how the snow can change due to temperature and sun or cloud. The colder the temperature, the faster that the snow will set up, and good cold conditions at 2 hours, you can have a real good firm base left behind, or trail left behind. As it warms up, it could take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on how mild it gets. Bushes later on in the season also can the snow softens up, gets wet faster. All this makes things more challenging to groom. But also you got to keep in mind snowmobiling too, that when the snow gets soft, it's going to fly around more. You can throw it off the trail easier, so it'll lighten up a little bit. Give us a hand keeping the snow on the trail.
STV is sponsored by Yamaha 4-Stroke Snowmobiles, by Snowboard Canada Magazine, Canada's best snowmobiling, and by G-Max Helmets. There's a G-Max for everyone. Next week on Snowmobiler TV, we showcase some of the action from the famous Eagle River Derby. We drop into the mountains of Grand Lake, Colorado, and we dig a little deeper into the realities of ice riding. Got comments or suggestions? Email us at info@snowmobilertv.com. STV's done. Thanks for your time. Now go snowmobiling.